I wanted to show you how to use the CAS as well to find first and second derivatives and derivatives at a point. So for the example that we looked at with example 10 and 11, I'm just going back so you can see it. The first thing we did was we found the second derivative at a particular point, x equals 0, so the second derivative of e to the 2x. So if we're using the CAS to do that, all we need to do is we can put in our type menu and then go to calculus, so 4 on my calculator, and you can see option 2, derivative at a point. So if you do derivative at a point, it will ask for your variable of differentiation. So if it's d dx or differentiating with respect to x, that will be an x. The value is the value at the point. So we know we wanted the value at x equals 0. So we put a 0 in, and we wanted the second derivative. And then we press OK. And you can see it's set up with second derivative. We put our function in, which we know from here was the exponent, or e to the power of 2x. So if we do that, we have to use the e, remember, that's in the pi menu. You can't just use e from the bottom of the calculator. It has to be the special e, Euler's number. So e to the power of 2x, and that's at x equals 0, and press enter. And you can see we get 4, which is the answer that we got when we did that by hand. Now if you want to find first or second derivatives, first derivative you can do through the menu as well with calculus and then derivative 1. And then you can put your function in and your differentiating variable. The other place you can find it is also in this button here, the little button with the brace and the different options. So it's got, I think, a modulus there as well. So if you click that button, you can see here you've got two derivatives. The first one, this is your plain old first derivative. So if you wanted to differentiate with respect to x, let's say in the example that we looked at, you've got cos of 2x. So we want to differentiate that once. So we just put cos, so trig cos of 2x, and you can differentiate it. Now if we wanted to do the second derivative of cos of 2x, press this button again with the little modulus on there and look for the d squared there. That's our d squared, d something squared. So remember that with our derivatives we tend to be doing dx squared, second derivative with respect to x, and this time let's do the second derivative of cos 2x. So chuck in our cos 2x, and you can see you've got negative 4 cos 2x. And we know that those make sense because they're the answers that we got here for our first and second derivatives. So using your CAS for your derivatives, you can find the second derivative or first derivative at a point by using menu, calculus, and derivative at a point, which on mine is menu 4.2. Or if you want to just do the first or second derivatives quickly, you can press that button and go across to your first derivative or your second derivative and then type in your function inside there. There is also an nth derivative one as well here where you can pick the level of derivative, but that's probably not something we'll need to use in this course. So really, you're just going to be looking at the first or second derivatives.